new we've been seeing lately. Cloud9 ran this very recently. Tvik and AKM are both on the Widowmakers right now. We'll see if they stick to it because we're just now actually preparing defenses, but I think this is what we're going to see. Reinforce, of course, is going to be on his Reinhardt. Wins will be on Lucio, IDDQD. The player, not the team. I don't have to say that anymore because there is no team named IDDQD anymore.
I know, right?
It's going to be on McCree, and Uncle will be playing Mercy.
All right. And over on the other side with Creation Esports, I mean, they still have 30 seconds to go, but at the moment, Numlocked is going to be playing Winston. We have Artia. I swear I've seen Artia on about 12 different teams in the beta, but he is around on Tracer. Nox on May. Ooh, May. Please tell me we're going to be seeing May here. Bromas on Bastion. I'm beginning to suspect a couple of these guys are going to end up changing. Linkza is on Genji, and finally, Dracaeus is on Mercy.
Yeah, Lynx is going to be running the Genji, which is kind of interesting. He's usually running Widowmaker, in my opinion, one of the better counter snipers in the game when he is on Widowmaker. So we'll see if he sticks to the Genji because you can't really counter two Widows. So I think once these teams get a whiff of the composition the other team's running, we might see some changes here. But right now, it's really going to be up to the defense to just crush them with these Widowmakers. If they get rolled over with early, it's going to be a lot of momentum.
Oh, wow. And D.Va immediately going to try and take aerial dominance and stop Rogue from getting that action up above, and it looks like that's going to successfully do it for them. Bromas just sitting with D.Va on top of the payload, and this does mean the Creation Esports actually have quite an easy time getting underneath the bridge, but the question, as always on Watchpoint Gibraltar, is how easily are they going to be able to come out the other end? Reinforce looking like he's going to be leading the line to stop them from doing just that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fine. Teams only posture up there a little bit just to see if they can get a hold on first point. They're really not trying to hard hold that first point.
A little bit of a whiff, unfortunately, on the charge there is going to force Reinforce back, rather. And that second point, though, doesn't look like a hard hold either. It looks like Rogue are actually giving way here.
Yeah, but there are a couple of quick snipes coming out. Does take down the Mercy and the Reinhardt. Numlock, though, cleaning up one of those Widowmakers himself. Now it's just very scrappy down on the card as the tanks are swinging at each other.
Ooh, Tvik coming in to try and stop, just stem the flow a little bit there. Managing to pick off D.Va and Bromas. Very, very nice there as well. And now the payload has finally stalled. We have a very, very angry Numlocked on Reinhardt coming in. Primal range as it gets low. And, oh, well, the rest of the team are coming back. There's a massive res.
Yeah, the offensive res follows the defensive res, which I thought was going to really give them the advantage. But since the defensive res came up earlier, both the Widowmakers were ready for that offensive res, and they were able to get some cleanup done. Although Numlocked and Lynx striking back again, super close, super scrappy down on the card.
Yeah, Numlock doing a very good job of just keeping his presence there as the tank on Winston, managing to finally get picked up by Reinforce, though, who is on top of the payload now and just being very, very anxious about not wanting to go anywhere. So at the moment, he is holding fast on defense. Creation Esports are having to regroup, but notice how they're kind of rushing in rather than regrouping. Artia managing to pick off AKM, but that's about it with that ultimate.
Lynx ulted in, trying to take down AKM, pulled his Dragon Blade out, and then took one to the dome. Absolutely cleaned up there. It's gotta really hurt if you're Lynx. Lynx, and he takes that as a cue. He comes up on his own Widowmaker. It's gonna be exceptionally hard for him to snipe, as they're gonna be able to kind of toggle these infrared sights running two Widows. Tvik pops his right there, and now they've completely reset this without giving up the second point. They're in a great position on defense.
Yeah, it looks like we finally got into a position where Rogue is happy to be in their element and just focus on getting their act together on defense. Very, very nicely done. Toggling those Widowmakers.
Lynx though! Oh my god! Talk about counter sniping. He took down both snipers, then took down the support.
Oh wow! I saw it in the kill feed and swapped over to him, but just after he got the kills. Oh god, that was a sick snipe. That was an amazing sniper. AKM and holy crap, Lynx! What did this guy have for breakfast?
This is kind of his MO though, and he may not be like the hardest carry sniper when the other team's not running a sniper, but if you need to shut down an opposing sniper, I'm putting Lynx as the first number I call.
Oh my god, he just got 5 unanswered snipes there, and he's moving in and taking out Reinforced as well, because hey, what's a Reinhardt to a sniper in your face, right? This is ridiculous. And all of a sudden, Creation Esports, well, they've woken up, haven't they?
Yeah, it's off the back of Lynx. I can firmly say now he is the best counter sniper in Overwatch right now. I've been toying with the idea, but I think I'll just play that film for anyone who questions me.
Lynx, he'll come to town. And this is incredible stuff there. We'll see if he can do the same in the hangar, though. It's a little bit more difficult to sort of wrap up those kills in the hangar. It's just a little bit more of an enclosed space, a couple more places to hide. Not that many open lines of sight, but there are a few. Oh, and we have a sniper battle going on top. AKM does win that fight now. And Tvik, oh, he switched on to Reaper for the hangar.
Yeah, we don't see a ton of Reaper, but Tvik, one of the better Reapers in the game, very good on it. Generally see him on Hollywood doing some work. He's trying to deal with Numlock, who's just been giving them nothing but headaches.
Lucio at the moment. There's a high noon coming out from Artia. Does he manage to get any kills? It doesn't look like it, but there is the flashbang, managing to pick up Reinforce from behind. He gets wins as well, and that's a big pickup on the Lucio. He comes back to life. Unco and IDDQD are both down, so it looks like Creation Esports are once again going to be able to wipe Rogue here. So, I mean, before the match, I think most people were expecting a Rogue reunited Grand Finals. Are we going to see the exact opposite?
I don't know what to think anymore. Numlock comes in. R-Tier gets a couple of nice kills, takes down Reinforce AKM. That is a 4-0 fight in favor of Creation Esports.
This is kind of incredible what we're seeing right now. I mean, we've seen some very strong all the teams have been so closely matched to each other.
It's not, I mean, like, when they were Flat Earth, Creation Esports, and if you want to kind of, like, think of Rogue as the remnants of IDDQD plus some, Creation Esports and Flat Earth were one of the only teams to ever really play IDDQD close, so this is not exactly super surprising.
But they are doing very, very well at the moment. I have to say, Creation Esports, I think, oh, hang on a second, we have the action going down. There is a sound barrier and Earthshatter coming up from Reinforce to start things off. That's meant that Bromas and Unlocked are actually a little bit offside. They're coming in with the double bubble right now, but already AKM is down on the Widowmaker. We're going on the third person view because a lot is happening across the field. Wins and Reinforce both go down for Rogue here, and it looks like it's a 6-on-3 situation with, once again, Creation Esports getting the upper hand. Artia coming inside the bubble and taking out AKM as well.
Yeah, where is this defense? Why are they so far behind? They got completely scattered. Lynx and a couple other heroes were just pushing the cart, and now Lynx is in great position to clean up and kind of spawn camp these doors. Takes out IDDQD looking for more.
And there's the high noon while the payload reaches its destination. And we're still trying with Reinforce to go ahead and keep the shields up to keep the team here as long as possible. Picking off Devik and IDDQD. This is a big, big passage of play here for Artia, forcing the res, and it looks like he's finally going to go down. There is no res available at the moment for Unco, but he manages at least to out-survive Dracaeus. And unfortunately, with no mercy here, it's going to be very difficult to sustain from Creation Esports. They might finally get stopped.
They're going to, hold momentarily as the defense. Offense is in there just trying to get some chip damage in to bust up those ultimates. What they want to do is get Numlock's Primal Rage up to try to shut down one of these doors. Bromas does switch off onto Farah, and actually Numlock switches off onto
on 99%, dude. He switched off on 99% Primal Rage and went, actually, we just need a Reinhardt to finish this off. So that's a big decision. He's foregoing that ultimate there to move on to Reinhardt. What do you think of that?
Well, they know that they're going to have to slow and steady push this. The Winston ultimate makes sense if you're already winning. It's a win-more mechanic to really lock down a door, but it's not going to be really that great at initiating a fight.
Tvik managing to pick off both Nox and Bromas before getting picked off by Lynx as well. He's actually back on Widowmaker and trying to do some damage. Let's see if he can go ahead and take a couple more kills off. He's looking for Lucio. He wants to get wins. Unable to do so at the moment, though, because he is getting a face full of Winston, and there is the offensive res from Betrayers.
Yeah, offense with a couple nice kills there. Dracaeus, used his resurrection. Unco is down on the defense, so they're not going to have a resurrection available either. The next couple kills are really going to dictate this fight. Lynxer takes out Tvik. IDDQD trades again with Bromas, so very even back and forth. Kind of stalled out, though, which favors the defense in this position.
Yeah, IDDQD actually was very, very accurate with his Peacemaker there on McCree. It looks like everyone's sort of moving back, getting ready to defend at the death here. Doesn't look like they're contesting the payload until it reaches the absolute final point under the bridge. There's the sound barrier. We want to completely and utterly wipe you out, says Rogue in this position. Are they going to be able to do it? Tvik stepping on up. IDDQD getting his ultimate cancelled. He gets picked off once again by Lynx, who is still continuing to do an excellent job on Widowmaker out back here. It doesn't pick off the McCree on the high ground. They're sent to pick him off, though. And
yeah, but now they're at the door here. Oh, wow, he sneaks out and is able to get that resurrection off.
Oh, man, this is ridiculous. We have all
They're just
six
trying
now.
to delay now. Yeah, now it's just a delay game. They're trying to make the clock go as long as possible.
They
do finish up the map.
Yeah, they weren't actually able to get out of the spawn point to delay that any further, so it looks like we have a comfortable, well, first half, I suppose, there for Creation Esports.
Creation Esports win.
I mean, it's only a half, so I don't really know if they got the better of it or not. These two teams very evenly matched. They have some history against each other. There is the resurrection that was able to kind of stall things out a little bit, at least towards the end. We're going to have to wait to see final map time.
that last second defensive res. 8 minutes and 22 seconds.
It's kind of slow-ish.
It's not super
Gibraltar,
fast.
yeah, Gibraltar's a strange map like that where 8 is okay, it's fine, it's beatable and it's defendable. It's pretty much middle of the road. I think it's a little bit on the slower end.
I would agree with you. The fastest time I think I've ever seen on Gibraltar is something like 3 minutes 45 seconds, which admittedly is quite a fun game to watch, Hex, but I don't think we're going to be seeing that today necessarily. 8:22, that's not on the fast end of things, but at the same time, the difference between a 5.5 minute map score and an 8 minute map score quite often is 2 team wipes. So you never know. It's not fast, but at the same time, it's comfortably doable.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to see a really cool variation of a defense here that one of my co-casters, ZP, has dubbed the Crossfire defense. You run a couple 76s and a Widow, and there's just so much damage distance hit scan that it's really hard to break through. They're only running 176 right now on the defense, but this is something you see a lot of North American teams do, especially when you get in the hanger phase of the game. The distance damage is just ridiculous. Cloud9 runs this too. They put Short 4 on a 76. They've got Reaver and Grego able to play Widowmaker. So a small variation of it here is they're going to be running that 76 on defense. It's going to be Bromos. Numlock is going to, of course, play Reinhardt. Lynx, why would he not play Widow? Artier on McCree, Dracaeus on Mercy, Nox on Lucio.
And competing against them, Rogue now are going to be trying to break out and escort the payload here with Unka once again on Mercy. We have Reinforce coming in, as usual, on Reinhardt. AKM on Widowmaker is going to be the opposing sniper this time around. Wins is going to be going on his usual Lucio, and we have IDDQD and Tavik, surprise, surprise, on their trusted McCrees.
Yeah, McCree's a strong hero. We've seen a lot of double McCree lately in pretty much any game mode. His kit is so good, and like I said earlier, he's able to trade out if he has to, but more often than not, he'll get 2 kills without dying, 3 kills without dying. Very snowbally hero, which is what you need to win fights decisively.
And here we go, 5 seconds left to go. Now this is the second half of Watchpoint Gibraltar. We have Rogue pushing against Creation Esports. 8 minutes and 22 seconds is the time to beat, and we are out of the gate.
Yeah, so they're going to posture up here, kind of just take pot shots at each other. The tanks are going to trade back and forth to try to charge up those Earth Shatters. That's really all you're going to see on this top, although they are aggressive up top. Reinforced boosts in, they take that top ground immediately, though. AKM's looking for Lynx right away.
Yeah, Tavik did not wait at all. Where is Lynx? Let's go ahead and check out the defensive side of the map. Oh, he's looking for AKM. This is going to be an interesting sniper battle as the first point is reached. But meanwhile, down on the ground, actually, the point is actually being pushed very, very quickly. They're reinforced, going a bit low on shields. AKM still looking for a potential hit. Artier goes down. Lynx trying his best to continue to take them out. It looks like he finally wins the battle of the snipers by taking out AKM. And we still, ooh, a little bit inaccurate there compared to earlier on, but he still managed to get a kill or two.
Yeah, well, Tavik flanked them on the high ground. That's where Bromos and Lynx wanted to set up shop. He was able to take them out. He took out the high ground. However, they are able to retake the ground fight, and now Bromos is able to set up back up top, so it's pretty much a complete reset. Bromos and Lynx want to be hanging out up top this entire time, preferably together, so that if Lynx even takes some chip damage, Bromos is going to drop down a shield, make sure their Mercy doesn't have to be distracted either.
Yeah, that's completely right. Having that heal ability on the Soldier 76 is just so useful for being able to sustain there. Oh, and Lynx! He gets... no, that actually res happened to be from Unko, but unfortunately Lynx goes down at 99% ultimate, so not able to use that useful wall hack there for the teammates, and it looks like we're having another very, very strong push here coming out from Rogue.
Yeah, almost down there. Numlocked with a huge Earth Shatter, though, then charges down 2, takes out both McCrees. No, IDDQD gets away.
That was very, very big, though. Numlocked with excellent timing and managed to shove everybody back there. They're now on top of the point. IDDQD looking for some kills, manages to get Lynx. That could be very, very crucial if they're able to sustain this attack. And it looks like the payload is actually going to reach its destination despite the sound barrier coming down defensively from Creation Esports.
Yeah, and more importantly, they win it off a big fight, too, so they have all the momentum in the world. They clean up the remaining remnants of Creation Esports. Now AKM is going to be in a great position to try to snipe them as they try to reinforce. Momentum coming into this hangar, absolutely crucial, and they have huge momentum going right now. They're coming through spawn doors.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, this is pretty aggressive stuff coming out. Oh, Tavik, hang on.
It's just zoning. They can't do anything. Cancels it. 50% ult wasted to buy them 10 seconds of free push.
And AKM instantaneously gets a kill off as soon as the guys decide to pop their heads back through the door. Trying to get a backdoor kill on Reinhardt, will successfully pick up a numlock. There is the reset from Unko, so I was about to say reinforced, but resurrection, rather, being used there from Mercy. And again, this is looking like a free push to the third point. This is really quick coming up from Rogue. They are stamping their superiority on this matchup right now.
This is an absolute dominant hanger phase. Creation's trying to come back right now, though, by initiating a fight so far 1-1 in the kill feed.
Oh, and we've got Genji doing his best to try and pick off Unko. Unfortunately, with the Lucio ultimate available, it's not actually going to do too much in the way of damage, but he's back up on Genji. Unko on about 20% hit points. Is he going to be able to do it? Not quite at the moment. Both heroes dancing around, finally managing to kill off Unko. I'm surprised no one else is taking him out. Lynx, how long can he keep dancing? He needs to stop this payload from getting to the point. Joined by Dracaeus and his opponent's Nox. It looks like we've actually moved off of Mercy now as well. Unko on Mercy, but there is actually no Mercy for Creation Esports right now. Nox currently on Lucio, and he's joined by Dracaeus, who has gone on to the same hero.
Yeah, really cute back and forth there between Numlocked and Tavik. As Tavik tried to throw a flashbang over the shield, Numlocked saw it coming, raised his shield just a little bit, then hit him in the face with a hammer. Fun to see.
Managing to pick off Artier in the reciprocal battle of the McCrees there. Tavik, oh, hang on a second, I just heard a sushi blade, and Lynx is going to town, manages to pick off wins. Is he going to be able to clean up a couple of extra opponents? It doesn't look like it at the moment, having to deflect against AKM, and this, once again, is going to be a hold, but at the expense of an ultimate. Ooh, nice pick off of IDDQD at the end there.
Yeah, just about 4 minutes left, though, to finish the map out here for Rogue. They looked really good in the initial part of this hangar stage, but they did not even clear that point, so they haven't reset their spawns. They're not getting forward spawns here now. They're not getting, worse defensive spawns either, so coming in at the last second to hold this was absolutely crucial for Creation.
High noon into Earth Shatter there, so Tavik getting completely whiffed. IDDQD, though, still with the Deadeye available, but Bromas is actually causing him a lot of grief from up top in the shuttle. AKM is getting a face full of Soldier 76 right now. There's IDDQD with the High Noon. Are we going to see a couple of kills there? There's one potential kill. Is he going to take it? No, he's actually been zoning out, and Tavik knocks out Nox and Numlocked in the meantime for Rogue to finally push through to the third point. So one more checkpoint to go.
Yeah, they only have maybe 1-2 good pushes left on this. It's going to help that AKM just got a couple kills, but they're just about 3 minutes left to finish out the map.
This is really, really tight coming out from Rogue. They've kind of left it till last minute, and actually, credit where it's due as well. Creation Esports did such a good job of turning that around after Rogue had such a good hanger phase, didn't they, Hex? They've really gotten themselves together.
Well, they had 95% of a great hanger phase. That last 5% really was not very great.
Yeah. No, that's completely right. And what matters, of course, is being able to stop them from taking that last 5%. Ultimately, you either get the objective or you don't.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it really is just because the spawn points shift at that point, too. So it's really, you have to go all the way through the hangar again rather than not having to do so, really ending the phase of the game. But right now, they're in a really nice defensive position. Bromas has the high ground here. He's going to be able to poke away on Soldier 76. And they're really not going to fight around this corner unless they have to. They didn't have to, and AKM makes them pay for it. He takes out Lynx and Nox and really makes them burn a Resurrection. Now they're going to have res advantage as well.
Alright, and there's the initiation coming out from Nox. Heroes never die, followed by breaking it down, and Bromas is going to go down very, very quickly indeed. Tavik with the High Noon. Oh my god, that was a triple kill. And that is going to allow them basically a complete team wipe, and Rogue now has the opportunity to finish this game off.
Yeah, Nox actually a little hero moment there himself, jumps on the cart to stall it out, makes the team fall back to deal with him so that his team can maybe have a chance to reset up. Now, Reinforce going right to the door. They're trying to shut this map out. They've got a little over, about 2 minutes left to do so. They'd like to do it right now.
Close. Yeah, there's still a High Noon available from IDDQD. Earth Shatter, Numlock coming to charge out, and he actually takes out Tavik. That's a pretty big kill right there, but at the moment it's 6v4, now 6v3. Nox is now trying to simply delay. IDDQD gets taken out with his ultimate available and gets res. Unko with the clutch Mercy res. Are we going to see the potential Deadeye to finish this game off? IDDQD is looking for an opportunity. He needs to step back and hit it. No, he doesn't even need to do that. And wow, Rogue is going to be able to take game number 1 here.
Rogue win.
Play of the game.
It's got to be the 3K Deadeye. The rest of the team was so busy. This is a great Deadeye spot you see used on this map quite often. No one knows he's up here, just pops it. They don't even know where to run to. They don't know where it is. He takes a couple shots towards the end, but drops it there. AKM cleans up the rest. Just really nice flank there. They should have seen it coming. They saw it a little too late, but that is a spot where McCree's are always trying to do work on Gibraltar.
That hero didn't look like Mercy, did it?
Surprisingly, he actually got play of the game for killing people rather than bringing them back to life.
Hey, yo, and that is a 7-minute, 14-second push by Rogue to bring them 1-0 up in this best-of-3 series. If they win one more, they go through to the final to play, not Reunited, but SG1. So, very, very well played to them. We'll see what map Creation Esports ends up picking here, but those were some two very, very good halves, and they were characterized not by super close team fights that were decided by one or two tiny things, but sort of passages of play where one team dominated over the other. Like the hangar phase that we saw in the second half was a really good example, where one team does really well and then the other team does really well, and you're sat here going, what on earth? Who flipped the switch in these guys' heads to suddenly turn this match around? And it was very, very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it was really smart by Creation, though, to not force a fight earlier than they had to in the hangar phase. They all kind of, the Deadeye was zoning very well, and then they all came in as a group, knowing that they still had some time to stall out the cart, and that if they were able to win one fight, it was fine, because they could actually pull back that defense, which allowed them to stall out the hangar phase, which looked like they were going to get absolutely bowled over on. Of note, though, that map was Rogue's pick, so they held sway on the map that they chose. Now we're going to Dorado, which was Creation's pick.
All right. And they're just asking if we're ready. We are indeed, and we're going to be hopping straight into Dorado in just a second. In the meantime, guys, don't forget to enter all of the competitions that are in chat. We have Match Arena, where you can contribute to the additional prize pool as well. You also have the two giveaways, I believe, at the end of this broadcast or at the end of the tournament, where we're going to be seeing 2 packs of Origins Edition, a subscription to Overwatch Kings, and all the Razor gear shipped to you as well. And we have 2 additional Origin Editions to give away. All of these available via your chat command, so go ahead and check them out. A lot of giveaways tonight, and basically a lot of people are going to be walking away with a lot of copies of Overwatch. And I think 1 Collector's Edition as well, and the Collector's Edition, frankly, is the one I want.
I've never bought a collector's edition game in my life. I don't actually really even buy games often. I'm kind of I'm a free-to-play kind of gamer. I like my Hearthstone. I like my heroes. I don't have to pay for it, but I shelled out for the collector's edition of Overwatch. I could not bring myself to months from now to not have those 5 skins. Just couldn't do it.
I'm slightly annoyed because I immediately bought the Origins edition of Overwatch without thinking, hang on a second, I could wait for the collector's edition. I love the physical one.
Yeah, the art book would be rad to have.
Oh man, it'd be so cool. I've got the collector's editions for I think all of the StarCraft, haha, of course, and I think I've got Diablo 3, not Reaper of Souls, but the original as well. The artwork in Diablo is phenomenal, but I really want to see the artwork book for Overwatch.
Yeah, so you can get hooked up with those. Right now on defense, though, we've got Creation Esports. They're going to be running a Symmetra. That's going to be Nox. Linkser, of course, is going to be playing Widowmaker. Bromos stays on 76. Dracaeus on Mercy. Artier on McCree. Numlocked on trusty old Reinhardt.
Nox at the moment putting these turrets in a kind of spread out location, just trying to be as sneaky as possible, so not looking to really concentrate his damage in any one particular location. 5-minute timer starts now. You can see a lot of space being given at the moment to Rogue. Creation Esports just going to comfortably sort of sit back and wait for this attack to come in.
Really interesting to see Tavik here on Zarya. I wonder if he's going to be taking more of a flex role with Rogue than he did with Team IDDQD, as AKM came out as the Widowmaker. Now Tavik is a player who can play a lot of different heroes, but I've not seen him a whole lot on a Zarya, so interesting pick here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here as well. Just we actually tend to not see Zarya very often, but when we do, we see some really fantastic plays. So I want to see Tavik just constantly using the shields as smartly as possible to basically just boost the status of everyone on his team and really force his opponents to think about exactly when they can engage. Because that's a problem when you have a really good Zarya on your team. It's really difficult to tell, well, when can I actually shoot at these guys and when do I have to hold back?
I think Zarya is one of the most powerful heroes in the game, and I don't think we've yet to even begin to see her potential.
Very difficult to play, but like just such a high skill cap. And I mean, how do you start shooting at someone and then be told, hang on, you need to stop now, otherwise they just gain power over you? And
it's just, it's a rhythm-breaking mechanic.
Yeah, it's so good, and especially at pro level as well. Look, instantly having to run away, Bromas, as soon as Zarya pops that shield, just breaking the rhythm, forcing all of the players to sort of step back a little bit, and that just means you're a little bit less coherent when you actually push through, and that's giving a lot of breathing room to the payload right now.
Yeah, she also does have one of the best ultimates in the game. There we saw it used to very little effect, though. However, they do have some space on the card. Here comes a very late resurrection. Going to be able to stall this out, though.
And, well, with that resurrection, at least they're going to be able to move out onto the payload. It's actually 5v6 at the moment, but we're opting from Rogue's point of view to go ahead and be patient and wait anyway. Tavi coming back in, leading the charge this time with Zarya, just trying to knock down those Reinhardt shields a little bit. There is a high noon available. It looks like it's going to be coming from Artia. He's looking for a couple of kills. He can't quite get it at the moment. IDDQD also with a Deadeye available.
Yeah, they're just trying to poke back and forth through these shields. Really, I think the snipers are dictating the pace of this battle. Lynx takes out AKM. They were trying to go back and forth between those shields. Lynx wins that fight. Now Lynx has free reign over here, taking some pot shots as they try to aggress through the right side.
Ooh. Managing to pick off, well, I say pick off, but dethrone, I suppose, Lynx from his perch up above, waiting to see if he can sneak in a kill, looking at head level, but not quite able to do it at the moment. AKM looking like he has his number. Very close.
They're going to go in regardless of what happens with AKM with the sound barrier. Yeah, there it goes.
Ooh. And AKM actually takes him down. And the rest of the team now with the sound barrier deciding to move on forward to V. Sound barrier plus Zarya equals, yeah, I've got hit points for days. What on earth are you going to do about it? And that's a really good question. At the moment, feeling pretty unanswered as he kills off Archer. Oh, and Bromas as well.
Well, the nice thing about that initiation, and like I said, they were going to do it regardless of what happens with AKM, is when you initiate like that, it takes Lynx's eyes off of solely AKM. Now, he has to look at the fights, even get some picks during that time. Then AKM's able to take down Lynx, and so when those things work well together, then you see the push like you just saw there.
Yeah, no, that's very true. Dividing the attention there just does so much. As Tavi, he's pushing everyone back basically all the way home. He's saying, no, mate, you are not going to be able to move out over here. Lucio has to get right back. Nox basically goes home at this point, and that is a semi-free push to this choke point here. They're going to have to move back up onto the bridge.
Zarya pushing forward like that is so important because, one, she's safe while doing so because of the shield. Two, she needs to get that chip damage to charge up her ultimate. One of the slowest charging ultimates in the game, but like I said, extremely impactful.
Yeah, very well played there. They are actually falling back now, though. We have got a little bit of room as the payload gets recaptured by Creation Esports. You can see it's on that dog leg. They still need to move the payload around this C shape to the second control point here. Once that happens, of course, the spawning room changes and it's just a little bit easier to come on back. But right now, it looks like the two teams once again in limbo with a little bit of a sniper battle going on as well.
You might see the Graviton used on the edge to pull them off of this cliff. It'd be an interesting kind of cute play.
Ooh, Lynx gets the better of AKM. There is the Graviton Surge. Everyone is downstairs. Where are the hits? Oh, and there's the Resurrect. Wow, 4 kills in a row out there for Rogue. Doing a very good job. But post-Resurrection, it looks like they're getting wiped.
Yeah, post-res is definitely looking better for Creation Esports. We always talk about with the Zarya Ultimate, the Graviton Surge, what do they have to follow it up? And a lot of times in the early stages of beta especially, it was going to be Pharah. Nowadays, people are fine just running a Reinhardt in with this WM1, and it does so much damage, it clears it up. You don't necessarily have to have the perfect follow-up. That said, Tavik is off of the Zarya, now onto a Genji, trying to take that high ground and really deal with Lynx.
Oh, everyone loves seeing Tavik on a Genji. I'm looking forward to this. Can he actually get any damage done here? Being very smart with that double jump, actually. Getting a bit of damage done through the corner and using the block as he rushes in to dislodge Creation Esports from the top ledge. So an unlock there, having to move back a little bit, and the payload is moving again.
Lynx down early, and now they're going to have a really nice window of initiation, although they do get sound buried on, and Archer cleans up the bottom heroes. That's Tavik and Unko going down.
And Unko is a very big pick because he had Resurrect available as well, which means these guys dying is going to be very tricky. You can see where is Unko. He's all the way back there in the marketplace, but none of the rest of the team are dead yet, so they're doing a good job of holding on as Rogue until Unko gets back. They might be fine.
Yeah, I figured they were going to be able to hold that mostly because Wins had his sound barrier down. So even when they lost the Mercy, they were going to be able to stall out this fight long enough for the Mercy to get back, even if they died towards the end of it. And that's exactly what we see now. Now they're up with a couple kills. They're going to be able to grab this point, I think.
Nox actually had to use his, basically use his ultimate to allow the team to get away without having to reset there, to be perfectly honest. I wonder if you might have considered saving it for later on, because we have 2 more ultimates available now on the side of Rogue. We have Tavik with Sushi Blade. I'm looking forward to that. IDDQD as well has got his Deadeye available.
Lynx goes ham, takes down Tavik and AKM. That is going to really stall out the offensive push. I would often say that Tavik would switch off this hero in this stage, but now he's got ultimate up. I think after this Genji life, he might switch off of it.
Okay.
But we'll see what he can get done with his blade here. But it's a decent Pharah point for the last point, and Tavik is a very good Pharah.
Oh, it really is. I mean, I love having the aerial dominance over the last, just over the last sort of wall, when you can sort of skip straight towards a spawn point. We will be seeing a reasonable amount of that later on. So let's go ahead and take a look. So this wall over here, if you manage to move above this, ladies and gentlemen, as far, you just get so much damage done, and you just get so much cover as well, that it's very difficult for your opponent to sort of pin down to one location without getting shot out of the sky. There's an Earth Shatter coming out now from Reinforce. He is going ham. Is he able to take out the opposing Reinhardt? Doesn't look like, and he's going to be forced to go back and shield.
Yeah, Bromos with a couple kills. Lynx does take down. The nice trade back from Tavik, though, does take out Dracaeus and Artier, so they've got some nice momentum here, able to take out Dracaeus, who had a Resurrection available. Only 2 alive for Creation. They are going to respawn, though. There is an Earth Shatter and a Resurrection available.
Well, I don't know. They have to get back pretty quickly. We're actually seeing the payload get really close to the point here, Hex. Oh, and that's a little bit of a stun going down. Oh, wow, and that's a double charge Numlocked, cleaning up on aisle 3 there. Very, very nice passage of play from Creation.
Yeah, we'll see if they switch anything up here. I'm sure IDDQD will stay on the McCree, and yeah, Tavik is going to stay on the Genji, and I was thinking about it. Pharah is nice in theory, but not when you're playing against Lynx.
That's a really good point. When you've got a sniper as good as Lynx, it can just basically hit scan you out of the sky.
You're just giving them free alt charge, really.
Yeah, that's that's very true indeed. No, it is a really good point for Pharah, but maybe with effectively the antidote to Pharah already existing on your opposing team, and hey, one of the best snipers in the game, you might think twice before using it.
Yeah, it's really one of the reasons you don't see as much Pharah in high-level play is because you're always running into Widowmakers, and a good Widow against Pharah, I mean, in pubs you can get away with a lot more than you can, so just not extremely viable right now. Numlocked and Lynx team up for a couple kills early.
Yeah, that's right. 2 very early kills there. We're following Lynx as he moves back around, trying to get a little bit of a sneaky move in on Wins there. Doesn't actually manage to get the kill off there. Wins still doing his best to come in and look for an opportunity to rush in, but right now, both teams are kind of waiting to basically get back to 6v6, and for the defending team here, Creation are kind of happy with stalling the game out another 20-30 seconds.
Yeah, they're looking for the full hold here.
And are we going to see... Ooh, Artier going down very, very quickly indeed, and he's very effective on that McCree, so that's going to make a big difference to the DPS. Tavik trying to kill a couple people off, manages to get Lynx. That could end up being huge, so a lot of both damage dealers on 2 teams going down. Numlocked as well means that there is no longer a tank with this composition, and that, I think, is going to earn the map for Rogue.
You know, you mentioned the kill that he got on Lynx. The most important thing Tavik did right there was bait out the Earth Shatter. He was able to make that Reinhardt panic, and that's what Genji does. He's very hard to kill, very hard to pin down. That Earth Shatter came down. He didn't even hit Tavik because he was up in the air jumping around, as Genjis are wont to do. Made him burn that ultimate, and that's absolutely crucial.
And here's the shutdown play of the game from Artier here. Oh, very nice, disabling the shield on Reinhardt, following it up with the Deadeye. That was pretty heroic, I have to say.
You just type worth in chat after that and move on with your day.
Yeah.
Totally worth.
GG, and the match time
9:30.
is 9:30. So again,
very beatable.
Yep, not the fastest time in the universe, but that was a pretty entertaining half.
Yeah, the last point of Dorado is really interesting. You know, it's the rest of the map is so open. Dorado really shuts itself down. You're really essentially fighting for that one little ledge up top. Whoever holds that ledge holds the key to victory. And like I said, in pub play, often you can take that ledge with a Pharah or, you know, numerous amounts of high ground heroes. But when you're playing against snipers, as you often in these high levels of play, that doesn't become viable. What does become viable is a Genji to take that high ground and really kind of deal with the snipers as well.
Yeah, you need to be able to jump up top and deal with the snipers. I'm trying to work out whether Genji... I mean, Genji is obviously a really solid choice for doing that. I'm trying to think if there are any other options available. Unlike on Hollywood, where it's a little bit more open, I'm not sure we can kind of transfer over to like a Diva or something like that to mess around with that. Genji is just so much more mobile in Dorado. Let's go ahead and...
So what was it? Do you remember the exact time? 8:22?
It was 9:30. 9:30. Let's go ahead and do that, and let's go ahead and hop back into the game. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. 43 seconds left to go. Let's go ahead and check out our teams. We have Dracaeus, Lynx, once again, going to be playing Genji this time around. Dracaeus still on Mercy, Artia on Valutaja, Nice and Trusty, Nox still on Lucio. Bromas is going to be trying his hand at a little bit of Zarya action, and Numlock once again is on Reinhardt. On the opposing team, IDDQD, unsurprisingly, back on McCree. Tavik this time is going to be going for Junkrat. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does here.
Tavik's Junkrat is the thing of legend. If you watched him when he was on the team IDDQD, he locked down King's Row by himself several times. It was Junkrat and Tavik Alley, Pluppy Alley at the time, which was the alias he was going under. But his Junkrat is phenomenal. Unko, they are running a Symmetra here. It's really crucial that he gets that teleporter charge and up, otherwise they're essentially fighting 5v6 for a lot of this.
Yep, that's very true. Unko looking to try and get as much damage done as quickly as possible. Only up to 25% at the moment. He really wants his sentry turrets to basically start helping him charge it up, and for his basically for his attack to hit something. But of course, it's so slow on Symmetra. You have approximately an age and a half to actually stop that from going down. So a little bit difficult for him in this present position.
Well, he's trying to get some passive charge through his sentries as well, hoping that people walk in and get a little bit of buzz down there. Already at 75% on the teleporter. He's just going to play very safe to make sure that comes up without dying. There we go, a giant chunk. He just chunked him. That till he's up.
Linked actually rushing in with the extra speed from Lucio, and Reinhardt coming into the marketplace as well. He's going to be retreating. You can tell he plays a sniper because he launched the shurikens against AKM and then immediately went into block, knowing that AKM was about to snipe him. But it's not going to be enough for them to push in right now. The payload is stuck in the archway.
Someone found the telly and paid their lives for it. That was Zarya who actually spotted it out, so they know the teleporter's up. It's just so difficult to deal with a sniper on this first point of Dorado. Do you send someone on the flank, like a Genji, or they're to try to deal with it? Do you just try to counter-snipe? That's what they're going to try now, as Lynx does come up on the Widowmaker. He's going to try to just straight-up counter-snipe, loses the first round.
Yeah, that was really, really slick, and actually, basically, first time he got seen, insta-kill there from AKM. And you're right, it's so difficult to deal with the sniper. What do you do against this kind of thing? A lot of people... Oh, and we actually have it here. You see the Venom Mine here, off to the left where AKM is standing? I'm showing you guys on stream. That is there because he wants to know if a Genji pops over that ledge. And if he does, he will be alerted from the Venom Mine. So very, very nicely played there from AKM, basically solidifying his position here. And if anyone comes to flank him, he'll know about it first.
Yeah, Bromas does have the Graviton Surge up. Not much of a follow-up really for them, although of course they can just throw Numlocked at that big ball of meat and let him hammer through it. A lot of ultimates already for the defense, though. The next fight is going to see a lot of Qs smashed.
Ooh, and here comes the Graviton Surge. A lot of hit points being taken out right now. Earth Shatter coming down as well. Getting a little bit whiff there, but he manages to get picked up by Reinforced Tavik. I think... Did he manage to kill anyone with the
got Lynx.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, really nice from Reinforced. They're very patient, and he gets caught in Graviton Surge, doesn't panic, just swings his shield around, make sure he's not taking any of that damage, comes out of the Graviton, Earth Shatters, cleans up the rest of it. Really nice defense there. And now, yes, they have about 7 minutes left on the map, but they only have 2 minutes to push this point.
Yeah, this is not looking like a lot of time at all, and this could be really tricky. I mean, the time to beat is... Well, 9 minutes 30 isn't exactly the fastest time in the universe, but you still have to complete the points, and right now, it's looking to be quite difficult, actually, for Creation Esports to push into the first.
That was a mess. This is a brutal initiation. They sound barriered. I don't know if it happened while he was in the air sound barriering, but they sound barriered only 4 people, because 2 people died before that actually hit the ground. Whoa. So yes, you're shielded up, but you're going 4v6, and that's a fight you're never going to win.
No, definitely not. Need a little bit sloppy, and more importantly, a wasteful ultimate means valuable seconds in stopwatch as well. 9 minutes 30, like we said before, not fast, but you still need to be able to complete it, and whiffing an ultimate like Sound Barrier does mean that your pushes are that much weaker. It might take you an extra push to come in, but here we go. There's the high noon from Artia coming down as well. Is he going to be able to
finally take out AKM. Yeah, he's able to take down the sniper threat, which is nice. Bromas does get a kill. IDDQD brings it back a little bit. They're getting kind of wiped out on defense here. There's only 2 up, Wins being one of them. I think they're going to get this point. But they are reinforcing off this teleporter.
Yeah, Flash and Fan
finally goes down.
All right. Without the teleporter, I mean, we should be seeing an immediate switch off Symmetra, and indeed, that's exactly what happens. So, teleporter goes down, fair enough. Let's go ahead and grab a 6v6 extra body into the fight now. Ooh, Tavik going on Reaper, dude. Yay!
All right, we'll see. We've seen Reaper played a lot today. Haven't even seen a Death Blossom out of it, though. So people have been kind of toying with Reaper, playing a little bit. We also see a switch into Winston from AKM. They know they're going to have to deal with Lynx at some point. Don't feel like counter-sniping anymore.
Ooh, Lynx trying his hand. He saw like the tiniest sliver, but not quite able to get a kill off, sadly. And you're right. I mean, I'm kind of expecting a big, massive Death Blossom play of the game, but it really hasn't happened despite all the Reaper we've seen, has it?
No, people have just been toying with it. They've been on him for half a life and then getting off it. He's just getting shut down very quickly. Archer takes down Wins very early. Wins a little bit out of position there. About 4.5 minutes left to finish the map here.
And there's the Deadeye to just buy some time. That allows the payload, by the way, to get around the dog leg. That's really what Artia was looking for there. He wasn't looking for the kills. He wanted the time and the positioning on the payload so that it basically didn't have to turn another corner. And now we have... Ooh, Graviton Surge coming out from Bromas. Is he going to be able to get much damage done? That is a lot of heroes in one place, but only a single hero going down. Dracaeus goes down, though, and that is a Dracaeus with a 100% ultimate, so that means no resurrection is available now for creation.
Really smart targeting there by Tavik taking down the Mercy. What is dead may never res. She's unable to bring her team back up. Linkser does switch off now. He is now off of Sniper onto Pharah. We finally get to see a little more Pharah play today.
Oh, man. I have a feeling that's not going to be the last Game of Thrones reference we have tonight.
I'm going to use that exact reference for a while. Like, I'm keeping it.
That is good. That is good. I like it. I mean, Tavik, I don't know. Tavik, to me, comes across as, like, the best assassin character that you can sort of mimic by comparing to another Game of Thrones character. Because, frankly, everyone dies. And guess who's in front of it? Tavik with the Death Blossom. And he gets triple! There we go. That might end up being our play.
Well, finally with the Death Blossom for all the Reaper fans out there, AKM and IDDQD chip in towards the end to clean up the rest of that. A little over 3 minutes left to finish out the map. They cannot get stalled out once again. They have to really win this next fight. Dracaeus needs to be extra careful and make sure he stays alive. The rest of his team can sack, but he can't die with that resurrection again. Yeah,
that's a very good point. Needs to be so careful. If he gets targeted down, then that is just going to be it for the team. IDDQD coming in with the Deadeye. Gets 2. Nox and Bromas going down there. Very, very nicely played. Artia also getting 2. Reinforce and AKM, and Reinforce is a big hit.
Dracaeus died again.
Oh no, with 100%, that is... I mean, that... They can't do that. They can't do that.
2.5 minutes left. They're stalled out yet again. Mathematically, I don't think they can get stalled out once more. They have to win this next fight and get to this next point. They need the spawns. They need the momentum. They have Graviton. They have Earthshatter. Huge impact ultimates ready. And they still have a resurrection if all else fails, as long as Dracaeus can stay alive. I think they're waiting for Lynx to get Barrage. They want to combo Barrage and Graviton. He's so close.
Yeah, 2. Oh, hang on a second. Managing to get off Reinforced there. The charge doesn't actually kill anyone. Justice raining down on AKM. And but not quite enough, unfortunately, to prevent Unko from rezzing everyone. So while Mercy goes down, it is post-res. Unlike Dracaeus there, he managed to get his own res down as well. And we have a 4v3 situation. Tavik with a Death Blossom available.
Yeah, and he was just poking back and forth with Nox. You'd think that Lucio would be a very nice target for your Reaper play, but he's got so much self-sustain that a lot of times as Reaper, you just get bored of trying to chase him around. You just leave. That's exactly what Tavik did there.
Yeah, it's a really... Oh, hang on a second. Wow, Genji versus Reaper. I'm really not sure how that's going to pan out for the Genji. Oh, God! That has to be a Dracaeus as well.
Tavik's Reaper went crazy good.
Very, very nicely played.
I think we're going to see a bit of it.
cast a curse, man. As soon as we said, hey, we haven't seen a single good Death Blossom, well, they all decide to come along.
Yeah, well, we hadn't up until that point, but he did stick with that. He was getting good value even without the Blossom, so that's the important thing about Reaper. You can't select a hero solely based on their ultimate. You have to be getting value throughout the match, and he was just picking smart targets and following through on them. Able to pick Dracaeus several times, and really Dracaeus dying about 3 times in a row there cost them a match. I mean, it's not necessarily Dracaeus' fault. They were definitely focusing him, but that was rough, and they were just unable to get the resurrections that they needed to bring the team back, and just stalled out again and again. And that's set for Rogue.
Yeah, and to be perfectly fair as well, once Dracaeus died the first time, I think the team started collapsing on him and going, hey guys, I think I found a weak point here, and Dracaeus just didn't respond fast enough. He got killed 2 more times. Okay, the second time after a res, but that's not really where you want to be as a Mercy player. That could have been an extra res, could have been an extra push, and it could have been the push that got you to the final point. But that is said and done. We have our finalists. It's going to be SG1 taking on Rogue. We're going to be getting that set up for you guys ASAP. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.